Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the viewers all over the world. Welcome to my page. Welcome to the channel, the page of truth, freedom, enlightenment, and the channel of breaking empires free. So basically, uh, if you're just logging in, if you're first time joining in, you can always like the page and subscribe. And for the ones that have always been with me, I welcome you back to this page. Thank you for being part of the tribe, and thank you for your love and support. Now, basically, today I'm just going to drift. Um, I just thought to do. I thought about doing this video just to inspire people because most of the people you're following, whether you're following them on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, Facebook, whatever, everybody has got a story, and it is the story exactly what shapes the people. What shapes those people you seem to be following? It is their story, the background story. Most of them that don't talk about. Some have talked about it, some don't talk about it, but it is a story actually that inspires them to do the things they are doing. And in this video, I want to talk about my journey personally, how I started to talk about narcissism, how I came out publicly to start talking about this, and exactly what inspired me. Now, basically, it was around 20, towards the end of 2019. I used to have a page on Facebook, and in those days, I had left. I had left an abusive relationship. I had left a narcissistic relationship, so I knew what was narcissism by then. But I was always very terrified about speaking about narcissism. I was very terrified about this. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what people would think about it. I didn't know what people would think about me. So I was always terrified to speak about narcissism. So I had a page on Facebook, and on Facebook, every now and then I would come on. I do a live. I think I had about 5,000 friends in that time. Friends from everywhere, because it's like I would get these suggestions and I would just put friends on my Facebook. So I had about 5,000 of them. So I started slowly talking about abusive relationships. I would talk about breakups. I would talk about toxic relationships. So in that moment, I didn't know how can I start talk about narcissism, because I had discovered narcissism, but I didn't know how am I going to come out and speak about this, because actually who is going to even understand me? Who wants to listen to this? Who is even going to understand me in the first place? So I was very, very terrified about this. So when I was making those live videos in that time, that was towards the end of 2019. I remember one particular time I did a video, and on my Facebook I did a live. So for some reason, a couple of I think it was about 1 or 2 weeks later, I got a call from I got a message. Actually, I received a message on Messenger, on my Messenger. So there was a person from Malaysia. That person got to me and told me, Denzo, you know what? I have been watching one of your videos. There's a video you did. That time I think I did a videos about flying monkeys in those days. I did a video about flying monkeys, but still I was not very specific about narcissism. I a little bit talked about it, but I couldn't bring out the whole picture, what I was trying to say. So there's a person who saw my video in that time. And the person came out and they wrote to me. He wrote to me and he said, I've been watching your video, Denzo, and that video has helped me a lot. You know, I've been suffering. I've been having this problem with this woman, and I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't actually understand what was happening, but most of the things you've talked about, actually, they resonate, and it's like you actually talking, it looks as if you're speaking to me, you are saying my story the way it is. So it felt as if I was talking actually what was going on with this guy. And he was very happy with this, and he told me actually from now on I need you to help me, and I need to know more about this, what is going on. So we started exchanging messages on Messenger that time. So eventually, that person, through my videos, he was able to exit the relationship because he had spent like 3 years struggling with the narcissist and he didn't know what to do with himself. So he exited that relationship. So he got the power and the courage after finding out that actually he was not crazy and he was not alone. There were actually people who were there before him. He got the courage and the power to leave a narcissistic, abusive relationship. So later on, a couple of months, that was last year now, I went on with my Facebook videos. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. Yes, I knew about YouTube, but I didn't know how do you make a channel, how do you start doing this, how do you record, and then how do you edit, and then how do you do this. So I kept on my Facebook videos those days. I did another video. Now, one particular time, that was last year, I think it was, it could have been sometime in the middle of last year, maybe it would have been June. I remember it was summertime. So there used to be a friend of mine who used to make live videos on Facebook as well. He has another channel. So he talks about everything. It's just a social channel. He talks about so many things. So in one particular day, he was talking about a breakup. So yeah, back home where I come from, there had been a very popular couple, celebrities, and they had broken up. So there was a very long discussion going on, and they were talking about their breakup. There was a breakup here, this and this. So it was a very long video, and people were calling in to give their views and to see, to share views on that live. And I was at home listening to him because he's a friend of mine. So I was listening to him at home. So I called in that day, and he answered my call. And actually, I told him, you guys, the person you seem to be talking about, actually, that person is a narcissist. So he was like, what? He's talking about narcissism? What are you talking about? Narcissism? So he said, okay, you need to explain more. So I went on with the live. I told him, actually, the person you're dealing with, you guys are talking about, is a narcissist. The place I come from, we're a country, it's a country of 45 million people. But I can guarantee you that in a country of 45 million people, there is nobody knows even have a clue about narcissism. They do not even know about of course they know about toxic relationships and whatever, maybe the domestic violence and whatever, but nobody, even in the schools, nobody has ever mentioned narcissism. Nobody knows, nobody has idea. In a country of 45 million, you can imagine. So I was the first one to mention that on that live page, on that live feed on Facebook. So he got very interested in this subject. So I kept on telling him the details. That is how the person is a narcissist, because that is what they do. They do A, B, C, and D. This is how they operate. That's how they think. That's how they do this. So the video actually got a lot of views. In that time, that video got a lot of views because people started to get very, very, very curious and very interested about this subject. After that video, I was at work the next day, and that guy called me, and he told me, actually, you know what? There is so many people. The video we did yesterday, the live we did yesterday, there is so many people actually who have gotten back to me, and they want to contact you. They want to know exactly what are you talking about, because it's so many of them. There were hundreds of them actually who are going through that kind of pattern of abuse, and they actually never knew what was going on. But it's like when they had me talking on that live feed, they got the interest to get to me. So they started asking that guy, because they didn't have my contacts. So they asked him about me. So he called me. So you know what, Denzo, I think it's your time now. Your time has reached. That time I was in my job, and I remember I didn't even like my work. I would go to work because those days I was still in the healing process. I was still trying to recover myself, to build myself back up. So I was still struggling personally. So he told me, Denzo, this is your time. Because the video we did yesterday, a lot of feedback, a lot of people want to get in touch with you. People, they're asking me about your contact. Actually, people, they want me to bring you, to invite you next another time on this live feed, and they really want to know the details of this whole thing. So we programmed a second live feed at the weekend. But I remember one thing he told me. He told me, this is your time. Now, people, when God is speaking to you, there's one thing I've come to realize. You need to see the signs. You need to listen. You need to look around you. There's always the signs everywhere. When God is speaking to you, God may speak to you through people. God may speak to you through your families. God may speak to you through your workmates. But there will be a message somebody's trying to say. But that particular message, because I was also going through an awakening, I remember the person telling me, this is your time. So I was like, that question, I sat down and I was meditating. I was on the break at work. So I was meditating on that that message to him, this is your time. What exactly does it mean, this is your time? What do I have to do with this? How can I digest? How can I process this message? So I was trying to filter the message to understand what it was. And actually, I found out that actually this was the time, because I had been anticipating for a very long period of time. Should I start talking about narcissism? If I start, even, how do I need to do it? What will people think about me? What about my friends? What about my family? What are people going to think? So I was very scared about this whole thing. I knew that I wanted to speak about it, but I didn't know how. I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't even know what other people are going to think about me. But the guy told me something in particular. He told me, this is your time. So I came back home that day, and I remember sitting. Then I was thinking, okay, so I think I need to start doing something. It is time for me to step up, because as much as I had been anticipating about this for a long period of time, somebody confirmed to me that this is your time. The people were getting back to me, people asking about you, people, they want you even to come back on the feed. They need more information about narcissism, because there was hundreds of people on that forum, on that live feed, who were actually struggling with narcissists, and they needed to know, to get more information about this. So actually, that is what activated me. For me, that was the turning point of my that was the moment everything started changing. So what I did now, I went on the internet, and I started to do some research. How do you start a YouTube channel? How do you do, how do you record the videos? I used to think that these people on YouTube, they need special cameras. You need to have a specific camera to record videos. You need to do it in a certain way. So I used to figure out all those things by myself. But I thought that actually, when I realized that actually you can even start recording things with your phone. It is just as simple as that. Just take your phone and start recording. Just say your heart out. Just speak what you have to speak. You don't have to filter anything. If you can say your story the way it is, people will still be, there will always be people. It will attract the tribe and the people who resonate with you. And actually, your story will always be somebody else's story, and there's always people want to hear what you have to say. So I started my video that day. I think it was the real time I started making narcissist videos. That was around last year. It could have been in the summertime, something like that. So I took off, and I started making videos. I did one. That time I had I think I had three subscribers. I had 3 subscribers. Those were just two guys from my job, and I think some other friend of mine. So there were just 3 subscribers on my channel. But I said, anyhow, I just believed in myself, and I said, okay, whatever is going to happen, I just have to do it, because I know that everybody who gets somewhere, there's always a starting point. You always have to start somewhere. So I took off. I had 3 subscribers. I did videos. I did the second one. Then I saw it was not picking up. There were no views. Sometimes I had 1 view. Sometimes I had 2 views. I was like, am I even doing the right thing? So it got even more terrifying. The more I came out to do videos, the more intense I would feel it would get for me. So it was really, really terrifying for me to start this platform. And I remember waking up one morning, and then there were 7 subscribers. I said, okay, yeah, it's always better than nothing. So the next day I saw it was 8. The next day I saw it was 9. And then there were some views. They made 10 views. Another time I remember 12 views. So I did a couple of videos in those months. I think it was around 3-4 months. I would get 7 views. I would get 10 views. I would get 15 views. Sometimes I would, so I started growing the platform from scratch. And I remember one day, I woke up one morning and I was very inspired, because there was a very, very beautiful subject I wanted to talk about in that time. So I was very inspired. So I went out to the park. I usually like going for my walks. I went out to the park and I did a very, very long video. So as always, I was thinking, okay, so it's a normal day like every other day. So I just posted the video, and I just kept on doing my things. I even forgot about it, because I had gotten used to those views I would get like on a daily basis. The views I would get when I used to post videos, I was used to them. So so it's another day. I did the video. I posted the video, and I kept on with my day. I went on with my day. And for the first time, I remember after 2 hours, when I came back to check on the video what was going on, I saw it has got 1,000 views. And I was like, wow. It was the first time I had done a video and actually it had 1,000 views. I'd never experienced that on YouTube. And then I looked on the subscribers. I think it was around 100 or something, 111. I was like, wow. So this is mean that people really need to hear what I have to say. People really need to hear what I have to say, because I didn't used to believe in myself before. But I kept going. I didn't stop. I kept going. I kept going. I kept producing. I kept doing the work. I kept putting in the work. So I believe that one day, when the right time comes, the right people will follow me. The right people will subscribe. The right people will always view my videos. So I knew there was always a time for everything. On that day, 2 hours later, I got 1,000 views. And I remember looking on the subscribers, I had about 111. So you can imagine the subscribers jumped from around 9, I think it was 9 or 11 or something. It jumped to 111 views. So I had got almost 100 subscribers in one day. I was like, okay, so now that is actually, that inspired me, and that is actually what pushed me to keep on producing. You know, it really, really inspired me. I kept very positive about myself. And it inspired me actually to keep on doing what I was doing, because actually I was starting even to get the feedbacks. People were starting to send me the messages, write me, you know what you've said resonates with me, this and that. So that's how I knew that actually now I was starting to attract my tribe. The people who could resonate with me, and the people who actually knew what I had gone through, and who were familiar with narcissism. That is how actually I found my tribe. And I can guarantee you that from that day onwards, the page has grown. I remember my page grew to the magnitude I didn't even expect. I would just wake up and there's 200 more views. I would wake up and there's 50 more subscribers, 30 more subscribers, 100 more subscribers. So the page started growing like that. And before I knew it, that was last year, towards the end of last year. I think it was November or something. I just woke up one day and I had 1,000 subscribers. So this video is a motivation. There is very few of us. If you look around all these media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, the Patreon and all these other media platforms, there is very few of us who are talking about narcissism. And I want to motivate the people who have been through abuse. I want to encourage you not to sit on your story. It is exactly your story, your experience, what you went through with the narcissist. It is what actually designed your story, and it is your story actually what is your superpower. It is that story that you need to create the life you need, because it does not matter. You might be that person who wants to write a book. You might have had ideas in your head. I want to write a book. Maybe you might have had an idea. Maybe you want to write a song. Maybe you want to paint some pictures, or maybe you're a painter, you're good at art, you might have wanted to paint. So you might have wanted to do so many different things, and I can guarantee you people through experience, it is your story you need to create the life you're looking for. And if you're a person who is out there and you're looking to start some kind of a platform, you want to start speaking, you may be scared, because I was scared as well. In the beginning, I was very scared. I didn't know what to expect. I was very, very terrified even to speak even about narcissism. I did not want to even talk about this in the beginning, but I started step by step. You have gone through that experience for a reason. God did not put you in that experience for a reason. God made you face whatever you went through, that abuse, the toxic relationship, the narcissism, whatever. There was a reason for that. If you have been able to get out of there and you've survived narcissism, you can survive anything. And it is that story now you need to use. You can use your platform. If you're a person, you want to write a book, start sketching out the book. Get a pen and a paper, start sketching. Just write whatever comes in your mind. If you want to create a platform on YouTube, take your camera, that same phone you're using on Facebook and chatting and checking other things on a daily basis. It is that phone you need. Use that phone. Just do a video. Just do a video organically. If you're doing these things, you have to understand that you do not need special preparation for this kind of thing, because the more you get prepared actually is actually the more you miss the point, because you're supposed to produce these videos organically. Just take the phone and start recording. Say what is in your heart. Say exactly what you feel you want to say. Be organic. Be authentic. As long as it is your story, it is going to come out the way it's supposed to be. And it is that story actually what holds your superpower, and it is the superpower now. When you step into your superpower, that is what is going to help you to create the life you need and the abundance that you're looking for, and become the person you're supposed to be and the person you're meant to be. So this was a motivational video for the people who want to start sharing. You have an idea. It could have been narcissism. It could have been something else. For me, it was narcissism. So I used that channel, that journey. But for somebody else, it can be something. Maybe at the workplace, somebody. I've heard about people who have started from their workplace. They awakened at their workplace. Some people awakened on their hospital beds. Some people awakened after losing a relative. Some people awakened in very many different ways. But whichever way it is, there is a story you need to tell. You have got a story behind your experience. And it is that story you're looking for to create, to start to design the life you're looking for. You can do that in so many ways. Like I've said, you can write a book, you can write a song, you can even write a movie script. The people who are good at writing movie scripts and whatever, you can start to create with that same story you have, to create something new. And at the end of the day, it is going to drive you towards your life purpose, because most of the times the life purpose, our life purpose, most of us wake up every morning thinking about, oh, what is my life purpose? I don't know what I need to do. You know there is something you need to do, but you do not know what. We have all been there. I've been there myself and so many people around the world. But your life purpose, actually, it is very much connected to your life experiences, because during those life experiences, there's a story to tell. You have got a story to tell. If you want to go on YouTube, start with your phone. Take up your phone, start recording a video. Say your story authentically, the way it is, what you went through, exactly how it was. Do not copy anybody. Do not go on YouTube channels and whatever and start to copying people. Say exactly what you saw, what you went through. That is your authenticity. For you to be able to design the life you're looking for, you need to step into your authenticity. That is how people are going to realize that you are authentic, and now you're going to attract your tribe. And it is the tribe now that is going to support you with whatever it is you want to do. Other than that, people, it's been lovely to speak with you. If you have any question about this video, get in touch with me, write in the comments below, let's know what you have to say. And until then, I'll get back to you in my next video. Much love and blessings. There's more signing out.